We will be getting started for Codename Kids Next Door versus Guerrilla Tactics. In on the knife round here on, I believe, this is Codename's pick. Let's find it really quickly. Yep. Codename Kids Next Door have picked out Cobblestone. Next up is going to be Cache, and third map, if need be, is going to be Mirage. And honestly, I think we're going to see all three maps tonight. Guerrilla Tactics, I've seen them once previously this season. Once before last season, back when they were IM. And these guys have some talent. I've not actually seen any of the guys from Codename Kids Next Door, but they seem to have some fans in the chat at the very least. And the ping, actually, yeah, that's something good to highlight, because those of you just joining us, ESEA-O, sitting pretty at 150. So we'll find out later on if that's going to actually bother him out. Anyways, for Codename Kids Next Door, going down the roster really quickly, we've got Aro is actually streaming it from his POV if you want to go check out his stream. I don't know the URL, but he's got it listed in the actual comments of the match page. Then we've got Maximus, ESEA-O, Bert, and ESEA-O. On Guerrilla Tactics. Oh, actually. Whoa. Come on. Okay, auto director, please. Alright. Re-enabled there. Didn't trust him at the very beginning, but now ESEA-O. Here we go. Checked up in an off angle. Gonna get taken out as soon as he gets one frag his way, and then Ken1 gonna find one more before SGB finds one on R. It's gonna be Maximus and ESEA-O. Trying for the retake right now. Kit has been picked up, but it's gonna be 2v3. Vent has been popped. Off angles have been taken. Actually, Ken1 grabbing up a USP all the way back towards danger. Gonna be late to join his teammate here. ESEA-O? Or Ace? Oh, Acer. God, thank you. Maximus going to be getting that frag right there. And one trying for another, and it's going to be CP2 to get that one for Guerrilla Tactics. So, starting off strong there on the pistol run, keeping two players alive. And actually two of those going to CP2. And one picking up another two. And we'll see if the 4 spike comes out from Codename Kids Next Door. Right, 4 spike comes out, 3 CZs, a 5-7. That is so fashionable. It's like early 2016 right there from Bert. Acer gonna pick up the P250, joined a 3 stack over towards the A side of things. So the B side of things. Bergeek and 1 rotating over towards mid. Auto director, come on. Winsome making some noise over towards drop. Ara poised over towards stairs. We've got one player holding close towards arches. That's Bergie. A couple AKs bought up. Mac ends as well, and the UMP in the hands of Bergie looking to make some cash with the SMGs. This round's actually going to be Acer to get the first frag. This way, then CP2 answering it back. Back and forth they go until Bergie finds one on towards stairs. It's going to be ESEA-O on site with the CZ. Bert's actually found himself Mac ends. It's going to be 2v3, and then the Mac... Oh, I was going to say the Molotov comes on in. FGB and 1 round out the round there. AK's picked right back up, UMP as well, so they can reinvest in those SMGs this round. While Codename Kids Next Door, sitting around 2,500 average. Can't invest too much here. Acer's got himself a P250. See if anybody else wants to get anything else into this round. Meanwhile, Mac 10 bought up. Winsome actually going Glock only into this round. Did he forget to pick something up at spawn? Okay, he's got himself a decoy and a flash. Meanwhile, it's a 5 stack for Codename Kids Next Door over towards A. Free sight over towards B, actually. Maximus is going to get found out from that rush over towards mid. Ken1 trying to back up. Keeps eyes over towards the flank, but already the bomb is being planted as we speak. Winsome rotating around, but ESEA-O is over here. Gets tagged on down. Finally reloads himself. Going to get one for his troubles. Winsome is there as well. Trying to answer this one back. Bergie finds one, but Bert trying to pop himself over through the doors. Acer about to encounter one more. Bert finds one elsewhere, but Bergie rounding the corner hasn't spotted him out yet, and somehow Acer's actually going to get that frag. A little bit messy here, saving the AKs though. While Bert grabs this Mac 10, he'll be rounding out through vent. Might be able to find FGB. Haltering out here towards connector. The bomb is about to blow over on the B site. But I don't think Bert's going to get too much more lucky. They've made it expensive at the very least. Something I did not expect here. Bert actually gets found out, and Acer trying to find any sort of weapon he could recover. Only has his P250. He somehow jumps back here, but I think they're just out of range. And actually, N1 on a bit of an off angle at top of the barrels. He's going to find that frag at the very last second. Guerrilla Tactics stringing 3 rounds together before the buy round for Codename Kids Next Door. Alright, 4 M4s come out, AWP as well for ESEA-O. 5 AKs across the board. Guerrilla Tactics. Now ESEA-O taking a look out towards mid, but nobody is there. It's a 5-man stack, a 5-man rush over towards B. Ken puts the first one out. He drops immediately to Maximus. Acer is here, but Bergie finds the first frag. Aura answers back, so does Winsome. And blow for blow they go until Aura strings together his third frag, leaving only FGB alive. In the smoke, 1v3. Bomb out of his hands and a minute 20 on the clock. Aura over here, over in Pizza. FGB trying to get outside of E-Box. Shoulder peek comes out. He finds the first frag. Spots out a second player. He could actually do this now. Minute 10 on the clock. Flashbang comes out. Allows him to rotate around over towards Fountain where this last player is. And that's Bert, who has not budged from his spot. The bomb has actually been picked up, and this could even be more trickery. Look at this. FGB. Molotov out. Spots the players. Spray comes down and heavy damage done, but Bert will come out on top. Nice try there, but CodenameKidsNextDoor, as soon as they get the rifles out, they actually get a round on their side. They even pick up the AWP again, toss that over to ESEA-O. And now, Guerrilla Tactics have to reinvest. The money is decent on their side, though AKs are tossed around across the board yet again, but Maximus actually gets relegated down to a UMP. Let's see what he has to do with this. Actually, a couple players over towards mid. ESEA-O. Flashbanged off. Not going to hit anything right there, but definitely spotted a couple players out. I think 3 of them over towards mid. 2 making noise over towards dealer halls. But nobody being aggressive so far. Three players into sidewalk now. ESEA-O still scoped in on the smoke. Doesn't hear anything, but still throws out a blind shot. He's actually going to change up places with Bert here. Meanwhile, over towards drop, we've actually got Wisdom and Bergie going on in. One player close. It's going to be Maximus with the UMP. Who actually gets a little brave. Going up close. Flashbang in from his teammate. Actually, that may have been a team flash right there. Winsome gives up a free kill. And now it's going to be N1 just on the opposite side of this wall right here from Bert. Not sure if he spotted this out yet. But man advantage goes to CodenameKidsNextDoor with 48 seconds left on the clock. That smoke will slow them down. But Ken1 tries to go on the opposite side of it, looking for a gap to play with. Meanwhile, smoke's being lined up from the A site while one person's making some noise. It's going to be Bergie over towards B. 35 seconds left. He's just trying to sell fake here. He has very little utility and has not made a single shot yet. Meanwhile, 2 players left on site for A. Bergie's going to find 2 kills over on B, but he's too far off for the rotation to come in, so they've actually got to dedicate themselves here, and it's going to work out for him. It's only Aura alive. 1v3 as he finds that lurker of Bergie, who got himself a nice 2K. Could have sold this to either site, but in the end, going to be Guerrilla Tactics taking this right back from CodenameKidsNextDoor as soon as they get the buy in their hands as well. So FGB just on the lurk there, and Aura already up in Rapunzel. Please don't take a peek from here. I see so many players so often like, alright, I've got this AWP, I've got this AK, I've got whatever, and I've got it saved. And they get pre-fired from some guy coming out sidewalk. And exactly, look at that. FGB already taking a look up there, but Aura playing this one smart, just watching the ladder, making sure nobody comes up top, even swinging left, make sure all angles are covered. So Guerrilla Tactics extend their lead 4-1. And look at that, Ken1. 6 frags in on the round 6. Not too bad. We'll see if anyone really takes the lead going on further into this round. But the force buys actually come through. A couple CZs bought up behind that AK-47 that Aura saved. Meanwhile, Guerrilla Tactics back on the full buy. And it's going to be actually a long rush. Here we go. Smokes off. One player very close is going to be Aura. Back behind Fountain. I think it's ESEA-O stuck in the smoke. Now first spray comes out. Does a little bit of damage. But he takes some himself. It's going to be N1 and Winsome getting the first 2 frags. Maximus finds one in a drop. That'll be a weapon to pick up the Aura. Stuck behind the smoke. Bird has to back up towards E-Box. Bomb planted. 4v3 for the E side of Guerrilla Tactics. AKs against 2 AKs actually on the Maximus back with body armor to boot. He's going to get tagged on down. Aura falls and Bert. Last one alive over towards Connector. They're just trying to save this AK for the next round at this point. CZ and armor as well. Bert just has the deagle to lose, so he's going to stick by over towards Vent. Possibly find somebody. Here's them running just to the left. Surprised he hasn't peeked out quite yet. And, well, as soon as he does, Winsome's going to find him. leaving Maximus over towards Sidewalk. Alone with this AK, 15 HP, and actually they're closing in on him from either side. One over towards mid, one from long, and immediately they find him. Maximus will not be saving anything going to the next round. It'll be Guerrilla Tactics extending their lead 5-1. So, with the money being low, about 2,700. Actually, this is one of the most brilliant full saves I've seen from an NA team in several months. They have plenty of cash to force buy. They're playing it safe. Playing the long game for CodenameKidsNextDoor. Just one Deeg, 4 P250s, a flash, and a nade. 5 stacking over towards B. Not spotting anything out quite yet. Not being overly aggressive. Nobody going up boost. Maximus is going to be mollied off, checking his positioning. Meanwhile, Guerrilla Tactics playing this one safe, slowing it down a little bit. But here they come. Dropping down. Maximus will be the first point of contact. CP2. Fire comes out. He's going to get the first. Winsome the second. Now Aro trying to rotate on in. Winsome finds that. Now it's ELGO. Winsome finding one more. Those AKs burning in the flames. 11 HP remaining. It's going to be Ara and ELGO. Terrorist side knows this now. It's been a 5 stack. They're going to be rotating on back over towards the A side. Ara's going to find one, though. It's an AK to recover. Meanwhile, ELGO finds one over towards Connector, making this costly, but ELGO does drop. AK spray comes through, but with no armor, the aim punch is too much, and FGB going to take that frag. 3 players remain alive for Guerrilla Tactics as they extend their lead, but now the buy is going to be coming out for the CT side. Op is out. Actually, a second op as well. Now, this is risky. This is why they were saving over $3 grand in the previous round when they could have 4 spot up. They want the double op. It's risky. We'll see if it pays off for them. ELGO taking his over towards long. Acer'd taking his over towards B, where only one terrorist is rushing over right now. Has a flashbang in hand, not trying to sell the early fake quite yet. Meanwhile, FGB might spot something out here. Actually, where's the bomb carrier? Winsome has a pop flash. 2 players over here towards long. Will they actually check this angle towards the right? No, the bait actually works out for them. And ELGO is going to have to back off with this AWP with even man advantage. Berkey still trying to make some noise over towards long. CT side split this up 2 and 2, leaving ELGO and Ara over towards A. It's going to be Maximus and Acer'd. Keep an eye over towards long. Maximus may have spotted a foot there. The X-ray can be misleading. And there we see the drop comes through. Turn the X-ray right back on. Not a single point of damage going his way. Meanwhile, FGB trying to work his way in towards mid. ELGO has long sight. And, well, Bergey's actually going to find one on B. Didn't expect it to actually work out for him. Now, right in his sights, ELGO puts him right in the crosshair. Bergey finds one more on the B side. Now it's only ELGO. WP misses his shot over towards the doors, and now they're on either side of him. 2 HP left. 30 seconds, the bomb's being planted. They're just going to close in on him any second now. Bergey, rounding the corner, finds the frag. That's his 3rd of the round, and Guerrilla Tactics looking absolutely dominant here on CodenameKidsNextDoor's map pick. Next map will be Cash, which should be interesting. It's always a slugfest over here in the North American side. Haven't seen Cash played out in actually weeks. Last time I saw Cash, it was Ninjas in Pajamas playing it. Like, that was EU side. They never play that, so that was kind of refreshing. Let's see if it comes back in full fruition tonight. Meanwhile, 3 AKs bought up. AWP for CP2. Winsome has that MAC-10. He's looking to make some Skrilla this round. Quick into drop and into connector. It's a 5-man stack. Bergey's going to get the first frag. CP2 the second. Now Winsome is all the way in. I'm just focusing on Burt here. And nothing's going to happen. Winsome picks himself up a 3rd frag with that MAC-10, making a hefty $1,800 bonus there. As we go into round number 10, CodenameKidsNextDoor will finally be back on the buy. And, well, finally, the pause comes out. One can only think it's from CodenameKidsNextDoor. And once again, they're reinvesting heavily into the double op setup, which, you know, you gambled on it the first time, didn't work out, completely resets your economy. You're on full round loss bonus now, so you can afford to make some mistakes, but still you won't be buying in the next round. I'm not supporting this. Meanwhile, Guerrilla Tactics Yeah, Ken 1 was up on $16,000 max money limit. Taking a look at the frags, though. Bergie up on 10, as well as Winsome after that 3K in the last round. Ken 1 shortly behind with 8, and FGB with CP2 down on 7. You know, look at CodenameKidsNextDoor, not really the same story. 5 frags is the top there for Ara. 4 for Maximus and Bert, ESEA-O on 3, and Acerd, 2 frags in round number 10. Meanwhile, Guerrilla Tactics, buys come out, 4 AKs, AWP, and now, rounding it out, no surprises for CodenameKidsNextDoor, full bot M4s, nobody going for the FAMASs for extra utility or anything. They could afford it all, just missing a couple helmets, that's not going to matter up against the AKs and the AWPs, though. 1 player towards top of mid, that's going to be Winsome. Go make some noise over here, here's the footsteps, but fast toward arches as Bergie's already past broken wall. He's smoked off, Acerd on the opposite side of that fountain, and immediately going to get the frag. Now actually up fast towards mid. Bert and ESEA-O, they're going to find some as well, leaving only 2 players alive for Guerrilla Tactics, both over towards mid. Bert on the opposite side of that wall. Bomb dropped at his feet. Not sure if he spotted it out quite yet, but he must have, because every single CT is just pincered around that door, holding every possible angle. Trying to get in here from Guerrilla Tactics might be impossible. They only have 2 flashbangs to work with. And a 2v5 situation. Make that 2v4 as CP2 finds 1. Line shot through the smoke is going to at least get in the bomb. He could actually backtail it over towards B. 50 seconds left in the round. All the time in the world to rotate. But look at this. Ken 1 has actually got himself in towards fence. Meanwhile, backing up, spotted out. Acerd down to half HP, and the Ozer spotted out from Ara down to 22 HP through the door. And Fun finds 1 more. That's all he can do, though. At least made it irritating for CodenameKidsNextDoor as they picked up their 2nd round. We got to take a look at this one more time, because Ken 1 had a brilliant quick shot. Didn't quite get the frag, but doing as much as he could to make himself irritating. Try and find an opening there. In the end, though, CodenameKidsNextDoor give themselves a little bit of glimmer of hope. Hold on to the double ops this time. Meanwhile, Guerrilla Tactics, they've had money for days. FGB looking to boost on up. Now there's nobody challenging it. Winsome getting smoked off as a flashbang. He had it lined up, but actually Maximus challenging that angle. Meanwhile, Ara holding towards broken wall. ESEA-O holding over towards mid. No aggression from the terrorist side over that way yet, but now over in towards drop. It's going to be Winsome to get the first frag. EP2 coming on in as well. Bergie moving in through pizza. That's going to be Ara on this side up towards Connector, and Acerd to pick up the next 2 frags, putting Man Avenge back into their hands. Now Ken 1 trying to play this lurk role. It's going to be Bergie over towards pizza, finds the first frag onto Ara, brings it back into even numbers. Only 1 more player left on site. That's Acerd. The shot comes out, but he misses it. The flick was so close. Flashbang comes out. Bergie not hit, but Acerd finds his chest in the end. It's going to be Ken 1 and CP2 trying to get back on this site. Acerd still holding it. ESEA-O over towards Connector. Ken 1 may have spotted the shoulder right there. Spots it out in the end, but Acerd picks up his 3rd frag of the round. We're going to go for his 4th now. As CP2 makes himself noticed, but somehow that frag doesn't come through. That one looks spot on. But now CP2 lol misses his shot over towards doors. 20 seconds left. Going to stick the bomb. Bert heard up towards sidewalk. CP2 sneaks around, doesn't scope in, not making a sound heard, but no, misses the no-scope. Bert will take that and the op. And he'll take the round as he spikes that down. ESEA-O grabs the 2nd EWP as well, and CodenameKidsNextDoor grabs themselves 1 more round. Alright, starting to make this competitive. Guerrilla Tactics already sitting comfortably on 8 rounds, but CodenameKidsNextDoor, they could still string next 4 rounds together, still have the double op set up. No, dreams aren't crushed quite yet. I have got faith. For a split second, I thought they bought a 3rd op, and I was going to say, nope, faith is gone. But no, it's just the 2 for now. Ken 1 making a little bit of noise over towards mid, but it's going to be Acer tucking himself behind Fountain, while CP2 tries to find an entry here. Things will slow down over towards the B side. Maximus holding over towards wall, and CP2 finding that first frag onto Acer, who was actually behind Fountain. Didn't even get the chance to show him off right there, but Maximus taking some aggression, trying to answer it back, but CP2 finds himself a second. Now this is when ELGO needs to get aggressive or completely back off, because he's just holding that passive angle. So much noise has been made here on the B bomb site, they have to know it's going to be a hit here. Meanwhile, Bert backing off, Aura under garden box. CP2 still holding that. Winsom's made his way in towards drop, and two players waiting on top of him, waiting to find any sort of aggression. But right now, CT side of CodenameKidsNextDoor, they are not budging, not moving. So Aura decides to go join his teammate over towards A, where ELGO might actually find a frag here on Ken 1, and there it is, lines up right in his crosshair. That'll put Winsome forward though. That brings Aura in a bit of an over-rotation, and Bert as well. Footsteps are heard. He gets an easy frag onto himself from Bergie, and that's going to be Aura trying to find somebody, but it's not going to happen. Winsome immediately hears those footsteps, and ELGO will just be saving his AWP as the bomb is planted over on the A site. And the time will tick down with Guerrilla Tactics 5 rounds up. Can make that 6 momentarily. They will go hunting, trying to take this AWP away from ELGO. Well, he's going to tuck himself away in Rapunzel, but look, this Bergie is already here. Winsome pre-firing all of the angles, but I think it's going to be Bergie who might be able to find this. Oh, did he hear that? I think he may have been just far enough away not to hear that. That'll give it away. They're calling it out. They saw the player. Free kill for Bergie. One tap comes out, and an op to grab if he wants it, but they already have one. Not going to overcommit to this as they extend their lead 9-3. Bergie going up to 13 frags that round. Winsome on 12. Starting to warm up over here, bringing it back their way in these bye rounds. CodenameKidsNextDoor. Money is not in the best position, about $2,400 average. So just one Deeg for Aura, one CZ towards drop. Couple players in towards sidewalk. ELGO is here with the USP. He's done some damage on FGB, and he's going to tuck himself away behind hay barrels, but he's going to get found out in the end by Winsome. Now that was the last and sole player over there towards A. Now Bergie found one over from drop. Going to rotate back over towards stairs, or at least fake it. Check his flank in the end. But it was a 5-stack for Seek A and D. Still keeping an eye, waiting for a lurk, but it's not going to come through. And actually, Guerrilla Tactics haven't even committed to the A site right now. They actually allowed Aura to rotate over. This might end up costing them more players than not if these CZs or Deagles could actually get close right here. Well, just the USP from Acer. He's going to drop, as does Aura, so just the CZ for Bert right now. Might find the head of FGB, but what was that jump? You just gave yourself away completely. Two players on either side. So Bert would be lucky to get a single kill here. It's looking like Guerrilla Tactics might have a completely clean round. Especially with that low HP player with the off angle. Wait, no, spotted the barrel. Tries to swing right. Only gets the one. Gets some heavy damage there onto FGB. They'll burn into 12 HP. But that puts Guerrilla Tactics up into double digits. 10-3 here on Cobblestone. The pick of CodenameKidsNextDoor. With them on the CT side, over on about $4,000 average, the buy is going to come out. 2 M4s, 2 FAMASs, Acer up in that UMP. Bert slips up his feet a little bit. He's going to be boosted up on top of that wall. Meanwhile, it's a fast play over towards B. 4 players going down towards that platform area with Aura over towards Broken Wall. Acer close as well. It's going to be Maximus to get the first kill, though. ELGO back behind Rock. Acer grabs himself a UMP to work with. Nice little upgrade right there. But FGB, he's going to find that frag over towards A. And with the stack here, the rotation was quick. Winsome's going to be lurking over towards B. Well, Ken 1 spots, well, may have spotted a player on the cross, but the Molotov's going to slow them down. Ken 1 kind of lining up for a boost. We'll see if anyone actually takes that. Currently CP2 putting the bomb down before V4 for the retake. HP advantage in the hands of the CT side. in the second to last round. Ara does some immediate damage, though. It's going to be CP2 to find the op shot. FGB lines up the second. ELGO finds 1, 2 even. And now it's going to be 1v2. Winsome at half HP. M4 is going to be swapped out. Only 19 bullets left in the magazine. And spotted out from Winsome, who picks up his first frag of the round. That'll be Guerrilla Tactics leading 11-3. And with the replay here, we have Ara doing his best, but it's actually going to be EL Joe to give us a glimmer of hope. Didn't happen in the end, though. CodenameKidsNextDoor, last round of the half. It's going to be 3 UMPs, a 5-7, and a deagle. ELGO in the smoke, immediately spotted out, sprayed down by 3 players. That was just an execution. Bergie found 1, lurking over towards B. It's going to be an A hit, though. Smokes come off, gets body blocked in the smoke as Bert comes face to face from the terrorist there. Bergie's going to find 1 more on the lurk. It's just 2 upgraded pistols here for CodenameKidsNextDoor. This map is all but done and dusted. Guerrilla Tactics almost certainly going to put a 12th round on the board on their terrorist side before they swap on over. But there's still a chance. Acer, deagle in hand, firing a little bit too rapidly. Bert got 1 on sight, but that's all the CT side will do. 12 rounds will go to the side of Guerrilla Tactics. Well, whatever went wrong for the side of CodenameKidsNextDoor, they're not going to take a whole lot of time at halftime to talk about it. Readying on up, we will be live into the second half here. Guerrilla Tactics leading 12-3. Buys come out looking pretty stock standard. Guerrilla Tactics not even buying a single kit or bit of utility. Well, aside from that decoy on Winsome. CodenameKidsNextDoor, however, it's going to be ELGO to get the flashbang and the Molotov. They are already fast out on towards B. FGB really only the man on site. Molotov out of chicken booth. He's going to be pushed on out. Bergie answers it back, but Ara pulls it back under the favor of CodenameKidsNextDoor to be a 3v4 for the retake. Bergie finds 1 and drop tag on under 24 HP. Finds the frag somehow, but Burp offs out top of drop. Brings it back their way. Now it's Winsome and Can1 moving on in. 1 spotted out. Door has been cleared, coming in from the same angle. Winsome going left, spotting 1 out in E-box. There's actually 2 players in there. And 1's going to find him. It's only N1 left alive. Tapping he does, but CodenameKidsNextDoor give themselves a foot in the door and get the pistol round. That's 1 for 1 here on Cobblestone. Gives them a glimmer of hope. And immediately the AK-47 comes out for Ara. UMP, MP7, what else can they get? Another AK for Acer. And Bert, he'll be last by, get himself an AK as well. Everything invested in this round. If they get reset right here from the 4 CZs and 1 deagle of Winsome, it'd be absolutely dire. Now over towards Sidewalk. 3 players coming in close. Early nades. Winsome has the first frag, but immediately gets dropped on down. And that was the sole player on the A side. It's going to be a quick rotation from CP2, though. Can1 here as well. Already spotted out. Bergie's here back behind ABC. Things are going to slow down suddenly. Players over on the T side realize they have a minute 20 to work with. They don't have to completely commit to this. As they announce their presence, got 3 spotted out. They still have all the time in the world. Plus, Bert here on the lurk knows no aggression has really come through. Oh, it's going to be Bergie to find 1 more. That CZ brings it back into the favor of the CT side. This was just what I was worried about at the start of the round. Now it's going to send Bert out. It's flat, but Acer finds 1 more over from mid. Bombs rotating back through dealer halls now, joining up over towards Bert, who's trying to clear the site. Bergie over towards long. Can1 holding under towards window. It's only FGB on site. CZ in hand. Full body armor and helmet. Peeks up from tree. Finds a beautiful headshot there on the Ara. But now, attention divided. It'll be brought back down into 2v1 actually, as Acer found FGB. Now Bert gets the reload in. CZ's in the opponent's hands. Seems to know where 1 is. 24 seconds left. Has to get this bomb back. Takes the wide angle from stairs, pincers in towards sidewalk, spots the shoulder, the pre-fire does not hit. And the jiggle peek works. Now the bomb plant comes through, tries to fake it, doesn't even have time, and Bergie comes in with the CZ. N1 grabs the AK, and immediately Guerrilla Tactics completely reset Codename Kids Next Door. That's the worst possible situation there. And here we've got a replay. I don't even remember what this was. This is FGB trying his damnedest to get a foot in. It worked perfectly. Sole player on site. Closest one was towards garden box. Still worked out for him. Now Winsome taking a bit of an aggressive peek. He's got CP2 close by if need be. It's going to be quite a few players over towards sidewalk though. Winsome keeping an eye on that. CPT backed up on the other side of the water, and Winsome only going to get the first. CP2 here to try and trade that back out. There is a bit of a lurk towards B, but all eyes should be on long for the time being as they slowly start to push out. Ken1 here, Bergie as well from APC, but now CP2 flashed in, spots out absolutely nothing. I think they're going to see what Bert can do. Codename Kids Next Door only have that one AK on Maximus, 2 CZs and a P250 in the hands of Bert. FGB with the swag 7 gets flashed in, spots out nothing, might think it's safe. He's going to re-smoke it just to be certain. Meanwhile, Ken1 taking the other side of Broken Wall. Actually, it's going to be CP2 to find Acert on the lurk. And now pincered on in. It's going to be FGB to get one frag, but ELGO trades it on back. One more player on site into a 2v2. Now the Maximus found FGB. The HP quite low on ELGO. CP2 has got himself in towards drop down. Bergie trying to push through the smoke, going in completely blind. May have been a little overly confident there. Leaves us in a 1v2, but not checking the off angle. Can't swing fast enough. ELGO takes that frag, and Codename Kids Next Door pull one back their way on a force buy. Just one hero AK and some CZs. But Guerrilla Tactics, they have time to play with. They have plenty of rounds to lose. So they'll force buy on up. 2 CZs, P250, 2 Deagles. And Codename Kids Next Door. Let's see, Bert. He's got the UMP. Is he trying to make some money? Or actually, no, that's all Bert could really afford. But GT, they've stacked themselves over towards A. They are sending FGB back over towards the B side, see if he can spot out anything. But they're just flipping the coin here for now. Bergie gets spotted out, but it's CP2 to fall before he does. Ara picking up this double kill over towards the A site. They'll send N1 back over towards B. Winsome smoked off. FGB under flower box. Actually, all those drop players backing off, moving back towards the dealer halls. ELGO being the last player over towards Plat, still making some noise. That'll keep these 3 CTs anchored here for the time being. So, 5 players in for free from Codename Kid Next Door. I'm guessing Guerrilla Tactics don't even want to sacrifice the armor, pistols, the small bit of utility they have. This round should be done and dusted, which would, slowly narrow the gap for them. Try and close in that 13-round score line from Guerrilla Tactics. Bomb planted, nobody going hunting. That'll let us take a look at the scoreboard for the first time in several rounds. Bergie topping out for Guerrilla Tactics on 21 frags. Not too bad at all. Winsome right behind him on 17. Meanwhile, only 2 players have moved into double digits for Codename Kids Next Door. They've got a lot to catch up on. So, saving those upgraded pistols, well, CP2 could buy up in this round. I wouldn't really suggest it. Bergie can't even dream of it. So they'll just be holding on to what they have, try and do some economic damage here, which really every bit counts here. Highest economy right now for the east side is Ara on 4150. So every rifle taken away really does help in the situation. CP2 trying to get aggressive, taking some shoulder peeks out towards Platt. Going to get found out immediately, but still holds his angle. Meanwhile, a couple players over towards Drop, not pushing in quite yet, throwing out some Molotovs. And CP2 still being risky, eventually gets punished for it. Bergie is still here, though. A couple players over towards the other side, actually taking the same angle over towards Drop, and I think some of these players are actually moving on in. Minute 10 left in the round for CodenameKidsNextDoor, just waiting for any more of that overly aggressive style from the CT side. And a couple of them are going to be moving back over towards the top of stairs. Might go try and feel out this A-bomb site where Ken 1 and Winsome lying in the wait. Bert has himself another Molotov, but nobody's holding close over there. It's Bergie backed by Cubby, FGB all the way back by Murderhole. Now Bert going to be the first one in towards Drop. Here we go, Bergie, clutch cam, it's all on you. Spots out the first and gets the frag as well. Does a little bit of damage, but he will fall to Maximus. Next closest player is going to be FGB, and well, bullets are already firing at the bottom of his feet. Might as well save the armor and utility. Same 3 players as the previous round. CodenameKidsNextDoor looking to put 7 rounds on the board. Starting to look good for these guys here on T's side. Once again, though, CodenameKidsNextDoor do not have the economy to go hunting. They do move out a little bit over towards D-Lore halls, back a little bit towards T-Spawn, but just as far as they have to. They don't want to give up any of these AKs for free, give some free upgrades to the CT side in this next round. But here we go, CP2 going to get that AWP back out in his hands. He's going to be going glass cannon, though. 4 M4s and the rest of the players. Fair amount of utility, and missing a helmet here and there. That's not going to matter too much, though, as only Bert has that M4 he picked up in the previous round. Oh, Ken going to be putting up CP2 with the AWP, but nobody's peeking in this round. It's actually all fast over towards the B bomb site, who is this FGB back behind Fountain. Ken 1, you're going to get boosted up. He might find a frag there. We're going to look towards Broken while the spray comes through. The boost does not work out. Bert finds him. Now 2 players on site. It's going to be Bergie in the smoke. FGB to fall behind Fountain. And Bergie was heavily sprayed down on his right. This is so awkward. In the end, he gets found out, popping out of the smoke. Wisdom trying to find something, but it's only be CP2, hoping to get away with his AWP. Misses a shot, and he falls completely clean round from CodenameKidsNextDoor. These guys are looking hot over here on the east side of things. That'll leave Guerrilla Tactics around that $3,000 mark. They could force up some pistols here, as the loss bonus is definitely accruing. They'll have full round loss bonus in the next round. So I expect to see some pistols. And actually, that's a fairly light buy from Guerrilla Tactics. ELGO, fast towards Platt, no one challenging him quite yet, but FGB could regret this decision. Oh, ELGO misses the shot, misses the second. Those should have been completely free. Once again, Guerrilla Tactics, they flipped the coin, they're stacking the B-bomb site. No boost, though, which is kind of interesting from this buy. Tried it on the more expensive round, and now they're actually going to be closing on in. Maximus finds 1 through the wall, almost on a second. Took Bergie down to 7 HP. Will get traded out in the end. So Bert rotates back around through D-Lore Hall. It's going to be CP2 to rotate back over towards the A-bomb site. Tucks himself away behind APC. Gets spotted out immediately. There's going to be one more of his teammates to join him. Maybe they can distract him, but in the end, actually, CP2 finds the first one. R makes it a little bit messy. Finds himself 2, though. It'll be N1 and Bergie try and retake this bomb site. Some damage has been done, but they have just the P250 and USP to work with. And Ken 1 is all the way back at the B-bombs. I don't know if he's looking... Is there a weapon around here? Ken, what are you looking for? There's no reason I can think of why you'd be over here. Oh, there we go. That's what Ken wanted. Did he see it? Okay, cool. I was like, if he missed that, I would be triggered at this point. So Ken's found himself a weapon. Bergie, hoping to do some more damage. I bet it was communicated that 2 of those players are quite weak. Berkey hears the footsteps go away. Turns around, spots out absolutely nothing. He's going to try and make his way over towards mid. Actually, he might be too close to the bomb right now. Yes, he is indeed. He goes down. But Ken keeps himself an AK-47. Small upgrade in this round. They'll get the AWP back out in the hand of CP2. M4 is in the hands of everyone else. So one of the best, I think the best buy that Guerrilla Tactics have actually had. Now it's 4 players over towards mid. Winsome trying to take a peek over towards mid. Is he actually going to do this? Might be his end of him. No, but no. Smoked off, so he can try and peek for some information. So it'll look all clear to him for the time being. Did not spot that player out. He was just at the top of the smoke. X-ray is misleading. So he will fall back over towards long, where 2 players just, well, miss him. And now he's making all the noise in the world for no reason, and somehow he comes out on top of that. Ara should have had that kill 9 times out of 10. Throws the smoke out, gets caught with it in his hand. Winsome will go down. Now, Bomb's actually backing up towards sidewalk. ELGO back towards mid, but Acered up close. For a second, looked like they were actually trying to rotate over towards B, because now they've split it up 2v2. One can always assume that. They're just going to keep Bert on that lurk over towards B as Acer tries to open up this A-bomb site. Off angle here, full blind, but Kenny comes out on top right there. They bring a 3rd player over, so maybe a bit of an over-rotate. 40 seconds left. There's plenty of time to rotate this bomb back over towards B. 3 players all over here. CP2 back behind Fountain, FGP and Bergie over towards door. That's going to be CP2 to find the first over towards E-Box. Now in a 2v4 for Maximus and ELGO. ELGO spots out nothing. Maximus with the AK-47. FGB takes him down. ELGO brings it back. 18 seconds left, and immediately Bergie finds him close from Broken Wall. Guerrilla Tactics finally bring it back their way with their 2nd round on the CT side. I think most people thought this was going to be done and dusted around the 3rd round here on the 2nd half. What CodenameKidsNextDoor, plenty of money to buy back into this. Guerrilla Tactics only recovering 2 of those AKs. They have to reinvest in the AWP for CP2. Now 4 players over towards B for the Stera side of CodenameKidsNextDoor. 3 stack over there. Bergie has the early Molotov out, and actually smoke out. Molotov in hand. FGB going to tuck himself away in the corner. Actually, they bring a 4th player over. Seems they have a good read on this. Auto-director, I don't trust you to everything. Maximus finds the first. FGB gets 2 his way before he's taken out by Acer now. In the corner up towards Pizza finds himself a 2nd as well. Brings down to 2v2 as CP2 finds 1 in the smoke, actually. But full blinds. Going through the smoke. Winsome gets it brought back to a 1v1, and Winsome comes out on top, bringing Guerrilla Tactics up to 15-9 here on map point. Woo! That was a lot of words, really fast. I was not ready for that tonight. I've had a few drinks. So, last chance saloon here for CodenameKidsNextDoor. They get the AWP back out. AKs for everyone else. Up against the full buy for Guerrilla Tactics. They are missing a little bit of utility even after that win. Winsome, though. Taking a peek out mid. Not spotting out anything. ELGO has his eyes trained over towards Plat. If FGB takes any more of an aggressive stance on this, he will be going down. And just to remind you folks who may have just been joining us, Guerrilla Tactics, well, this is actually CodenameKidsNextDoor's pick. Guerrilla Tactics had a dominant showing on the terrorist half. I think it was 12 to 3? Yeah. It was nutty. But now Winsome finally gets that aggressive peek. It pays off for him. Man advantage for the CT side here. I believe it's Maximus trying to find something over towards drop. Bergie holding towards Broken Wall. 2 players in connector. That's Ken 1. Winsome. Now ELGO. First one in with the op. This is some bravery right here. Maximus holding his flank over towards window. 40 seconds left for CodenameKidsNextDoor. All 4 players stacked up over towards B. ESEA-O is going to be the first one in. Can't really scope it again without... Oh my god! What was that? Flick on the Ken1. He goes down immediately, but now here comes the rush. Frags go back and forth yet again to Ara and Maximus. Left alive on site. Winsome is close, but only has 20 HP. And he's not waiting for his teammate. He's going for it. He's going to get punished for that. And now it's going to be a 1v2 with CP2. Only an AWP in hand, but he has a kit at his feet. Wanted to grab that M4, but it gets flamed off. 76 HP left after he gets a little bit roasted. Now scoped in. Here's one just to his left. Our almost unnecessary Maximus almost took an unnecessary peek. CP2 looking the wrong way. That's going to be a miss from Maximus. What's going on here? And another miss from CP2. That's all done. So he gets the kill, but can't actually win this round at this point. He'll go for the full stick, and wait, could he actually win this right now? No, he cannot. Ara says no. CodenameKidsNextDoor, well, they will lose their last player, but they will keep themselves alive for at least one more round. They can buy back up on this as well. Let's see, here's one of the replays I took. Oh, that flick from ESEA-O. I have no idea how he hit that, especially because it was the further target from where he was aimed in on. So Guerrilla Tactics, just the Deagle and the P250 for FGB and Winsome. They're going to be going for a boost, though. The jump peek might make him think he's actually safe. Burt repeating that jump peek, and you can see that CP2... Oh, he even looks right. Has to reflick onto it. FGB got the dink, but it didn't kill him. That's just standard pistol shit when you don't have a CZ. But now Berkey, he might have himself a chance to surprise these guys. Swinging right? Not gonna happen now. It's Winsome's turn, and he'll go down as well. CP2 finds himself one consolation kill. He'll get himself a gold star, and, well, he'll be up to Ken1. USP in hand against 4 players. He will be put on down, and Guerrilla Tactics will allow CodenameKidsNextDoor up to 11 rounds on their terrorist side, but they will be back on the bye this round. Well, one can assume, but these guys have actually been playing it overly safe with the economy, in a way that no any other team has ever done this season, and they even surprised me again this round. Still no rifles, still no SMGs, Guerrilla Tactics playing this one safe. 4 sets of armor, 3 P250s, Deagle, CZ. And this time they've coin flipped over towards B, or sorry, A. Acer sprays comes out, and somehow Winsome and Ken1 coming out on top in the situation. And with the man advantage. If this is how they lose it, I think that the momentum going into the next round would be absolutely decimating to CodenameKidsNextDoor. Burt, he finds himself one, brings it back into even player numbers. Now 2 players coming up drop. Burt finds one more over towards Connector. There is no kit. Ken1 has the HP and a smoke. But no kit. Now, what is Bergie doing? Oh, Bergie found himself an AK-47. That is a good find right there. Now Ken1 sees it in hand. Bomb's taking down to the point where there's no way he could ever go for this, even if he grabbed a kit and tried to ninja this. So he might just try and find a couple players to stay with him. And one tapping away finds ESEA-O. There's one more here. He finds himself a second and grabs an AK. Somehow stays alive. Nice stuff right there. Picking up the 3K on just the eco round. So now 2 AKs salvaged. Guerrilla Tactics still on map point. M4 is bought up around it. CP2 gets himself the AWP, and, well, the timeout comes out. So, taking a look at the scoreboard, let's see what happens here. Now the CodenameKidsNextDoor have actually caught up a little bit. 2 players up on 17, that's Maximus and Burt. Next following is Ara on 16, and ESEA-O and Acer have actually both kind of woken up here, both them on 14. Really caught up to most of Guerrilla Tactics, except for Bergie and Winsome were dropping some 2 bombs. Now, well, someone took a timeout. We have no idea who it is because of standard ESEA things, but as I say that, timeout resolves. So, once again, map point here for Guerrilla Tactics. Look like Winsome actually want to take a peek right there. Had some backup as well in the name of Berkey. They'll back off with that smoke. Actually, no, they will not. Go to blue bars. Berkey gets himself a bouquet. Winsome as well, leaving only the lurk. Alright, Bert. 1v5. Let's go for the casual ace. Not gonna happen. Guerrilla Tactics take this 16 to, what was that, 11?